Have you been feeling a tingling in your skin, ringing in your ears, or sudden waves of energy hitting you at the most unexpected times? Maybe it's in the middle of the night, or during a quiet moment when you least expect it. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And what you're experiencing might be more than just random sensations. What if I told you that the Earth itself is trying to communicate with you? Not through words, but through energy, through something called the Schumann Resonance. This resonance is like the planet's heartbeat, a natural electromagnetic frequency that surrounds us all. Lately, there's been a remarkable shift, a spike scientists call Power 41. But this isn't just a scientific curiosity or a number on a chart. It's a powerful, real-time pulse, rippling through the Earth's energy field, reaching every living thing, including you. This surge is more than just energy. It's an invitation to awaken, to align, and to connect deeply with something much larger than ourselves. It's a vibration that touches your mind, your body, and your spirit, causing changes you might already be sensing but can't quite explain. In the moments ahead, we're going to explore exactly why these strange feelings, the tingling, the ringing, the bursts of energy, are not random. They are your soul tuning in, aligning with the Earth's rising frequency and moving closer to a powerful awakening. Let's dive deeper into what all of this actually means, because if you're feeling these shifts, this awakening, you're probably wondering, what exactly is Power 41? And why is it hitting so hard? To answer that, we first need to go back to something truly fundamental, something invisible but deeply real, the Schumann Resonance. This is the name scientists give to the Earth's natural electromagnetic frequency. And while that might sound super technical, at its core, it's actually really simple. It's the rhythm of the Earth itself. Think of it as the Earth's heartbeat, a constant pulse created by lightning discharges echoing between the ground and the ionosphere, the upper part of our atmosphere. This heartbeat, this Schumann resonance, usually hums along steadily at around 7.83 Hertz. That number might not mean much at first glance, but here's the thing. It matches something inside us too. Our bodies, our brains, our very nervous systems are in a kind of dance with that frequency. We're tuned to it, especially our brains. That 7.83 Hertz range resonates right in the zone of alpha brain waves, that calm, meditative, slightly dreamy state between full wakefulness and deep sleep. It's the frequency your brain hits when you're in flow, when you're calm, connected, and tapped into something bigger. But then, something changes. Sometimes the Earth's frequency doesn't just stay steady. It spikes. It pulses harder, louder, stronger. And that's where Power 41 comes in. When we talk about Power 41, we're not just throwing around a random number. That 41 represents a serious spike, an energetic surge where the Earth's natural frequency jumps far above the usual baseline. Think of it like a sudden rush of adrenaline, not just in you, but in the Earth itself. When that spike hits, it's not subtle, it's intense. It's a wave that rolls through everything living, and because we're all so deeply wired to the Earth, we feel it immediately, physically, emotionally. You might feel your skin buzz or tingle, like electricity dancing just beneath the surface. That's not your imagination. It's your body reacting to a literal increase in the Earth's electromagnetic activity. Some people feel it as a flutter in the heart, others as a sudden tightness in the chest or pressure in the head. It can even affect your sleep, causing vivid dreams or restless nights where your mind races and your body just won't settle down. There are real biological effects here. We're not just talking about spiritual ideas. We're talking about human physiology. Studies have shown that changes in the Schumann resonance can affect skin conductivity, how easily your body reacts to electrical impulses. It also influences heart rate variability, which is a fancy way of saying your heartbeat becomes more responsive, more sensitive. Your kidneys can even react, shifting how your body processes certain minerals and fluids. In other words, your entire body tunes in to this shift in frequency, whether you consciously realize it or not. And it's not just inside your body. You can literally see these energy spikes on a spectrogram, which is like a visual map of frequency data over time. When the Earth's resonance goes wild, the spectrogram lights up with bright white streaks, white frequencies. Those are the moments when the energetic intensity is off the charts. It's like the Earth is screaming in light, and we're all feeling the echoes. During those whiteout moments, many people report the same symptoms: tingling skin, ringing in the ears, sudden waves of exhaustion or inspiration that seem to come from nowhere. One moment you're full of energy, the next you feel like you've just run a marathon or been hit with a download of cosmic information. You might find yourself suddenly needing to cry, or laugh, or create, or rest. All of these are normal. All of these are signs that you are in sync, intensely, beautifully in sync with the Earth's shift. It's kind of like a symphony that's been playing softly in the background of your life, and then suddenly, boom, the volume gets turned all the way up. You didn't expect it, you don't always know how to respond, but you feel it. It's real. It hits you in your body, your heart, your bones. Power 41 is one of those volume-up moments, a sign that something big is happening. That energy is moving fast, and the Earth is urging us to move with it. And here's what makes it even more powerful. You don't have to do anything for this to affect you. You don't have to believe in it for your cells to notice. This isn't about a belief system. It's about biology. The same way your body responds to weather, light, or sound, it responds to shifts in the Earth's electromagnetic field. You are nature after all. You're not separate from it. You're part of the frequency, part of the rhythm. Your body knows that, even if your mind is still catching up. So when these spikes happen, when the resonance climbs, and the Earth's heartbeat starts pounding louder than usual, your body listens, your energy shifts, and often your life starts shifting too. Not because something is wrong, but because something is waking up. We've been conditioned for so long to numb ourselves from these natural cues. We scroll through distractions, drown out the quiet call of our bodies, and ignore the subtle signs that something deeper is asking to be felt. But Power 41 doesn't whisper. It roars. And that's exactly why so many people are feeling it so intensely. This is not just a physical experience. It's emotional, spiritual. It hits all the layers of who we are, reminding us that we are more than flesh and bone. We are energy. We are light. We are connected to this living, breathing Earth in ways most of us are just starting to remember. So if you felt like something is off lately, even if you can't explain it, just know it might not be off at all. It might be exactly right. It might be your body realigning with a higher frequency, with the pulse of a planet that's rising, with a shift that is shaking loose the old and making space for something profoundly new. And maybe, just maybe, this intensity isn't meant to break us, but to awaken us. Let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body when you feel these things. Those sudden tingles in your skin, that strange ringing in your ears, or that undeniable sense of being on at the weirdest times of day or night. Because even though these sensations might seem mysterious or even uncomfortable, they're not random, they're not made up, and you're definitely not the only one experiencing them. What we're really talking about here is your nervous system, this beautiful, sensitive, finely tuned network that runs through every inch of your body. It's constantly receiving signals, processing frequencies, and adjusting to your environment. From the tips of your fingers to the base of your spine, your nervous system is always listening, not just to sounds or sights, but to energy, to vibration, to the subtle, invisible fields that most of us aren't even aware of. So when there's a spike in the Earth's frequency, like with Power 41, your nervous system doesn't just sit there doing nothing. It responds, it reacts, sometimes immediately. And one of the most common reactions, tingling, buzzing, that weird electric feeling on your skin or in your limbs, like your body is trying to tell you something it doesn't quite have words for. This is real. This is measurable. And science is starting to catch up to what so many sensitive people have known all along. Our bodies feel frequency. That tingling isn't in your head. It's in your skin, your nerves, your cells. It's your body responding to changes in the electromagnetic environment, the same way it responds to heat, cold, light, or sound. And here's where it gets even more interesting, that skin-tingling sensation. It often shows up first in people who are especially tuned in, people who are naturally empathic, energetically sensitive, intuitive. You might be one of them. You might not have even known you were sensitive until recently. But if you've been feeling things more intensely lately, emotionally, physically, even psychically, it could be because your inner systems are waking up, tuning in, aligning. This isn't something new, it's something ancient. For centuries, shamans, healers, mystics, and spiritual seekers have talked about feeling energy long before we had the tools to measure frequencies. They knew when the earth shifted. They could feel storms before they arrived. They sensed the invisible. And now, in our modern world, filled with distractions, technology, and constant noise, people like you are starting to feel those same things again, because your body remembers. There's been this fascinating pattern emerging. During intense Schumann spikes, especially around Power 41, people across the globe report the same things, almost at the same time. Take a look at what's been happening lately. At 1 a.m. and again at 4:30 a.m., there were massive waves of energy recorded. And during those exact windows, countless people reported waking up, feeling pressure in their heads, buzzing in their limbs, a rush of thoughts. Some even described vivid visions or dreams so real they couldn't shake them for hours. That's not coincidence, that's resonance. Your body is syncing up with the earth. You are, quite literally, tuning in to the planet's frequency, sometimes without even knowing it. And that's why you might suddenly find yourself wide awake in the middle of the night with no clear reason. You look at the clock. It's always the same strange hour. Your body's not in pain, but it's buzzing. You're alert. You feel something, even if you can't name it. Or maybe you've had the opposite. Sudden exhaustion, a need to lay down right now, even though you were just full of energy minutes ago. That's the wave moving through. That's your system adjusting, calibrating. And the ear ringing, oh, that's a big one. It's like a high-pitched tone out of nowhere. Sometimes it's soft and far away. Other times it's loud and impossible to ignore. You check your surroundings. No sound. Nothing changed. But your ear is singing. That ringing? That's your body detecting shifts in electromagnetic frequency. It's your own built-in tuning fork trying to realign with a new vibration. And for a lot of people, these tones aren't random. They come right before or during those white frequency surges on the spectrogram, when the energy from the Earth is most intense. Now here's what makes it beautiful. Not everyone reacts the same way. For some, these shifts show up physically. For others, they hit emotionally. Maybe you found yourself crying for no reason, or feeling deep gratitude, or longing, or even fear, without a clear cause. That's energy moving. That's old emotion rising to the surface so it can finally be released. This is what it looks like to awaken. It's messy, mysterious, and at times overwhelming, but it's also incredibly powerful. You are not malfunctioning. You're evolving. And it's so important to recognize that this is happening to many. You are not alone in this. All over the world, people are waking up at strange hours, feeling pulses in their bodies, receiving sudden downloads of clarity or creative inspiration. They're being called to meditate, to rest, to change their routines. They're noticing synchronicities, numbers repeating, meaningful dreams, chance encounters that feel anything but random. All of this is part of the tuning. You're syncing with a frequency that your soul knows, even if your mind is still figuring it out. And no, it doesn't always feel easy. Sometimes the buzzing keeps you up at night. Sometimes the ringing is distracting. Sometimes you just want it all to quiet down. But that's part of the journey too. Learning to listen, learning to respond, learning to trust that what you're feeling is guiding you, not hurting you. Because the more you lean into it, the more you breathe through the discomfort, the more you honor what your body is telling you, the more you'll start to realize that this isn't chaos, it's communication. You are being tuned, like an instrument, to resonate more fully with your purpose, your power, and the pulse of the earth itself. And isn't that something incredible? So the next time you wake up at 3:33 a.m. with your heart beating a little faster than usual, the next time you feel that buzzing in your hands or that shiver up your spine, instead of fearing it, pause, breathe, smile even. Because what you're feeling isn't strange, it's sacred, it's you, becoming more aware of what's always been there. The earth is rising, and so are you. There comes a moment when the air feels different, not in a physical sense, but in something deeper, like the very energy around you has shifted, like something is trying to reach you from beyond the noise of your thoughts. Maybe you felt it in the middle of the night, wide awake for no reason, your body alert and your mind humming like it's picking up on something invisible. Maybe it's been those surges of creative insight that come out of nowhere, or the sudden urge to change everything, even when nothing around you has actually changed. That moment isn't just strange, it's sacred. Because when the Earth's frequency rises, when that Schumann Resonance pulses higher than usual, your higher self doesn't just whisper anymore, it starts to speak with clarity. You start to hear it, feel it, and if you're still enough to listen, what you discover is that those little inner nudges you've been brushing aside, those flashes of inspiration you've been filing away for later, aren't just thoughts, they're invitations. Invitations from the deepest part of you, the part that remembers who you are and what you came here to do. This kind of energetic shift brings more than just physical sensations. It brings messages, guidance, insight that doesn't come from your rational mind, but from your intuitive core, the part of you that's always known the truth, even when the world tried to convince you otherwise. And when this energy floods in, it acts like a mirror. It reflects back not only your potential, but everything standing in the way of it. The doubts, the fears, the outdated beliefs you're still holding on to like armor. There's this voice inside each of us that knows the way forward, but for most of us, that voice has spent years drowned out by noise, by overthinking, overanalyzing, by the conditioning that told us to sit down and be realistic. We're taught to ask for permission before we pursue what sets our soul on fire. We're trained to explain our dreams before we're even allowed to explore them. So, what do? We wait, we delay, we dim the light inside us, and convince ourselves that someday will come when everything feels easier, safer, more certain. I used to do this constantly. I would get these ideas that lit me up from the inside, ideas that made my heart race and filled my mind with possibility. But then, almost immediately, I'd shut them down. I'd question everything. I'd talk myself out of what I knew to be true because it didn't look logical or safe. And the truth is, I wasn't waiting for the world to approve of me. I was just scared of what would happen if I really went for it. Scared of what would change if I actually trusted that inner voice. But this energy, this resonance, it doesn't let you hide anymore. It asks you to stop pretending that you don't know what you want. It pulls back the curtain on your fears and shows you that the only thing keeping you stuck isn't the world. It's you, waiting for permission that you never actually needed. The higher self doesn't shout. It doesn't beg. It simply waits. It waits for you to quiet the noise long enough to hear it. It waits for you to believe that those inspired thoughts aren't random. They're real. That the dreams you keep revisiting aren't distractions. They're direction. And when the frequency spikes, that voice becomes clearer than ever. Not because something outside of you has changed, but because you've become more in tune with what's always been there. In these moments, you're not just receiving energy, you're being activated by it. The resonance within you is rising to meet the resonance around you. Your thoughts begin to align with your truth. Your body starts to vibrate with purpose. And suddenly, everything you thought you had to earn or fight for begins to feel like something that's simply waiting for you to say yes. And this is where everything shifts. Because knowing is one thing, but acting on it is another. You've felt the nudges. You've received the guidance. But now comes the choice. Will you move? Will you listen? Will you take even one step toward what's calling you? The Earth's frequency isn't rising randomly. These surges are invitations. They are waves of momentum, lifting you toward your potential, carrying you forward if you're willing to ride them. This isn't just about awakening anymore. This is about activation. All the ideas you've been sitting on, all the goals you've shelved for a better time, all the healing journeys you keep putting off until things settle down. This is the time. Right now. The energy is here. It's moving. And it wants to take you with it. You don't need to wait until you feel confident. You don't need to have all the steps mapped out. You just need to say yes. Yes to the unknown. Yes to the possibility. Yes to yourself. The law of attraction isn't just some spiritual buzzword. It's rooted in resonance, in frequency. You attract not what you want, but what you are, what you believe, what you radiate. And when your inner world begins to match the elevated frequency of the earth, the outer world starts to shift in response. The things you once chased begin to find you. The people you were meant to meet show up. The ideas you've been harboring start to grow roots, not because of luck, not because of magic, because of alignment. And that's the word. Alignment. Not effort, not force, not hustle. Alignment is what opens the doors. Alignment is what clears the path. When you are aligned with truth, with purpose, with the natural rhythm of the earth itself, you stop fighting. You start flowing. So the question is not, am I ready? The question is, am I willing? Willing to trust what I feel. Willing to follow where I'm being led. Willing to rise with the energy instead of resisting it. And the path forward doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just begin with presence. Begin with practices that anchor you. Meditate, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Let the stillness teach you how to hear again. Step outside. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Reconnect with what is real and stable and ancient. Breathe with intention. Each breath is a reset. Each breath is a return. These simple acts are not small. They are powerful rituals of self-remembrance. They are how you ground your energy while everything else is rising. And from that grounded place, you move, you create, you act, not from fear, but from clarity, from resonance. Today is not just another day. It's a moment of immense possibility, a doorway disguised as a choice. The old you is still trying to keep you safe, but the new you, the true you, is ready. You can feel it in your bones, in your chest, in the way your entire body leans forward every time you think about that thing you're meant to do. Your resonance is rising. Let it guide you. Let it pull you into the next chapter. Let it show you what's waiting on the other side of hesitation. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are aligned. You are activated. You are rising. And this moment is yours. And now, as we reach the end of this experience, take a moment to pause. Just be here, fully. After everything we've felt, everything we've remembered, after reconnecting to what's been stirring inside you for so long, it's time to bring that energy into the body, into the breath, and into intention. So wherever you are right now, let yourself settle. If you can, place a hand on your heart or over your belly. Feel your body. Let your breath slow. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for just a moment. And now, exhale slowly, fully, letting all the noise fall away. And again. Inhale deeply, feeling that breath awaken every cell in your body. Hold and release. Let it all go. One more time. Breathe in. This time, draw in clarity, strength, alignment, hold, and breathe out doubt, hesitation, and fear. Now, if it feels right, say this aloud with me, or even just in your mind, gently but firmly, like you're speaking to your own soul. I am ready. I believe in myself. I am aligned with the energy of the earth, and I trust where it's leading me. Let those words land. Let them echo through your whole being like a new rhythm, a new resonance. Because they're not just affirmations, they are activations. You're not the same person you were 30 minutes ago. You're clearer. You're more awake. You're connected. And most of all, you're not alone. The earth is pulsing. The energy is rising. And if you're feeling it, whether through tingling skin, ringing in the ears, emotional waves, sudden clarity, or a growing sense that something big is unfolding, you are part of it. You are tuning in. You are waking up. And you are absolutely meant to be here for this moment in time. So if this video spoke to something inside of you, if you felt seen, if you felt understood, if you felt called, then I invite you to not just carry this forward, but to share it. Leave a comment below that says, Power 41 Awakened, if you're rising with this energy. Let others know they're not alone by sharing your experiences. Whether you felt those skin tingles, wild dreams, emotional surges, or unexplainable synchronicities. Every story matters. Every voice adds to the collective resonance. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. There's more energy, more insight, more support on the way. And we're doing this together. Because the truth is, your soul is ready. The earth is ready. The moment is now. And you beautiful, powerful, infinite being, are not here by accident. So let's rise together. Let's prepare. Let's align. And let's step forward into the light that's already waiting for us. The frequency is high, the future is open, and your time is now.